Hello, I'm Elizabeth from BackFit.
And Jessica?
And this is lesson 5. I'm so excited. You've made it through to here. My poor little model is struggling a little because she's not got the time that you have. We're trying to get these videos done for you sort of in fast time. So hopefully Jessica will cope with all the exercises that we have in this lesson, won't you? She will do her best. Okay, so we're going to do a dynamic warm-up. Give you a bit of energy and have a little bit of fun. So dynamic warm-up just means an active warm-up. It means that we're moving, we're not holding, so we're just going to warm up. So let's start with the shoulders, get a little bit of movement in there, and then we're going to go into some head turns. So breathe in, breathe out, push down. Breathe and squeeze down. You must be so good at this by now. And up, but you can never, one more, do enough shoulder rolls. Oh, lovely. Hands up on your elbows, on your shoulders, elbow circles. Squeeze all the way back. And again, lift and squeeze. The weight's in my heels at the moment. Lift and squeeze. One more like that. And squeeze. Now, I'm going to release that. Take it into full arms. All the way up. Really, really, really stretch. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really stretching back. Keeping the shoulders down from your ears. And again, lengthen through. One more. Good breathing, Jessica. And blow. She knows what's coming. This is quite a tough little lesson. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of neck rotation now. So if you can stand up in your best posture, shoulders back and down, hands in front. And we're just going to warm up by looking to the side as far as you can turn your head. Some of you will struggle with this from the forward head position. And to the other side. And breathe. One more like that. Blow. Try and keep your chin on a shelf. And round we go again to the other side. So neck stretching, very, very stretching. Mobility, very important. Here we go. As we go round, we're going to open up the arm, follow it with the eyes. Stretch as far round as you can. And then come back. Breathe in. And back round the other way. Really rotating, opening the ribs, opening the chest. Breathe in. One more each way. Blow. Trying to keep your arms on a horizontal level. Follow the hand with your eyes. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lengthen. Turn to the side, squeezing the core. And breathe in. Oh, and release. Let your arms flow because you'll feel that in your shoulders. And let your body go. So dynamic warm-up. We're going to start. I'm taking my feet just a little bit more than hip width apart to give me some balance. We're going to place the hand that we're not stretching across the muscles that we are stretching. We're going to bring this hand up and we're going to place it out. You'll feel the stretch into the hand that's on your chest. We're going slow to start with. Don't overstretch it. Shall I work from the side? Lifting. And then we get more dynamic. So up and out. Up and out. Let's have 2 more. 1 and 2. I'm going to change sides so you can see what I'm up to. Change your hands over at the same time, nice and gently. It's not a big stretch to start with. Think of your body. You want to go with the muscles. So dynamic stretching means that you stretch further each time. And then we have 2 more. 1 and 2. Now we're going to do a double arm. So standing, and we're basically just to the side and back in. So we go 1. It's just, you feel this stretch as you go into extending. Please don't overextend. It's not about going as far as is possible. I can go up one way and up the other way and back in the middle. Okay, what's one of the tightest places we are? In our chest. We get this rotation, the head comes forward. So opening the chest before we start any exercise is very, very important. Okay, we're going to do hamstrings to warm up a little bit now. So we're just going to hold a stick and dynamic hamstrings. So standing on one leg and we're going to bring the other leg through. So we just allow it to come through. You can put your hand on your hip and feel that. Oh, I say, mustn't take that leg too far back, Elizabeth. So we're just feeling that stretch. Don't worry how high it goes, it doesn't matter. It's not about the height, it's just about getting a little stretch. You might be doing it to here, that's plenty. And you'll be using a stick, a chair, whatever. One more, that's it, lovely. Let's switch those over, give it a little, obviously you're standing on the other leg as well, so it'll be feeling it. Are you ready? Small. And then slowly it becomes more dynamic. And you start to feel the stretch at the back of the leg. You might be feeling quite warm already. We are, aren't we? Okay, and then for the next one, we're going to do heel touches. Again, you can use a hand on a chair if you want to. I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to place my hand behind my bottom, and I'm literally going to flick my feet up to touch my hands. So warming up the front of the thigh now, going from side to side, pulling in that core. I got a bit lazy then, didn't I? I had a little tummy sticking out. Okay. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And again, just shake that out. Okay, so as I said, it's quite a busy little class for you today. So we're going to start with 2 roll downs, like we have been. That helps me warm up as well, but it also warms your spine up before we go down. Now, just remember you from class 5, if you're not happy with your wrists and stuff in the press up position and doing a press, please don't do that. Just hold a nice plank position and make sure that everything's pulled up and pulled in. Okay, so we're going to start with the roll down. So take a nice breath in, center your body, and as you breathe out, curl your chin down. Squeezing the abdominals, lean forward. On the balls of your feet now, your little heels are floating, looking up towards the navel. When you're at the bottom, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, squeeze the abdominals, slowly, slowly coming back up and round. Eyes on that navel until you restack up through the head, chest, shoulders, lovely. Lift the arms, breathe in, open everything, and breathe out, slowly down. As your chin tucks, the head curls forward, the weight comes onto the front of your feet. Slowly opening the spine all the way down to as far as is comfortable for you. Breathe in and breathe out. Squeeze the abdominals. Up and round we come. Now, as I've said a few times, but I'm just going to remind you, these are educational videos. Anyone can go and get Pilates video online and do it for free and just move away, but this is about educating you. So today I want you to think, while we do all these exercises, I want you to visualize. I want you to be able to see what it is you're trying to create. That tight core, the strength through the inside, the upright posture, everything correct, everything that moves should be in a good, strong position. I'll tell you a little funny thing. We went out with the dog the other day, and I was walking through the field doing the toy soldier, you know. Jess was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "This is the toy soldier." I used to teach Nordic walking, and Nordic walking isn't about holding a stick. It's about everything being strong, and it's a wonderful way to strengthen your body. So yes, does Pilates cross over into the real world? Of course it does. Okay, so I gave you a breather there, did you notice? Okay, we're going to go down now. We're going to do, I've got in my little program 4 to 6 roll downs into the press. I'm only going to do 4 because Jessica's absolutely shattered, but if you would like to do 6, push yourself that bit harder. Okay, just prepare yourself, shoulders away. Slowly lower down, chin curls round. 1 vertebrae at a time. That's beautiful. Keeping the weight on the front of her feet, and her spine is looking so much longer and leaner and beautiful. Take a breath in. Prepared. 1, 2, 3, 4. She gets out into that lovely position. She's going to be in a straight line through her hips. That's wonderful, dropping through the shoulders. Then I'm going to still let her have her knees down. So 1 knee down, other knee down. Stay where you are, don't drop your head. Go straight forward into the press. And then come back up. Beautiful. Take the legs up in the air. Up into the downward dog position. Where's her back? Oh, see that change? She did it quick. She's learning. Okay, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly breath, release, chuck, and blow as she comes up. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do what some of you might be doing. This time she's going to go down. She's going to take the press up position and then she's going to go into the plank. Breathe. Blow, squeeze, roll round, squeeze the core. Look at your belly button. Slowly releasing the tension as you lower down. 2 breaths to get down this time. Hold it, breathe in. Blow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the press up position. Get your position. Now lower to an elbow. 1 elbow down, other elbow down. She is now lowering down into the plank position. Don't drop the head. I know this is hard. This could be what you're doing. If she's tired, she can bend a knee. I can see her shaking. She can bend the other knee. She can lift your feet off the floor. Lower, lower, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet back on the floor. Knees off, bum in the air. Walk it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, she did it. Okay, breath in. I'm working it hard. And breath out. Squeezing the abdominals. And then slowly back up. Excellent. Keep the shoulders down. Lengthen through the head. That's beautiful. Okay, we've still got 2 to go. I'm terribly sorry. Here we go. Shoulders down. Tummy's pulled in tight. All the way down. Take your time. There's no rush with Pilates. And then as she breathes nice and laterally through the rib cage, then she goes 1, 2, 3, 4. She holds the press position. She drops her knees to the floor. She goes forward for the press. Where's your back? Push up. That wasn't really very good, was it? I know you're tired. Try again. Where's your head? Up she comes. 1 leg under, other leg under, into the downward dog. Beautiful. And back. Breathe in. And release, head down. And blow, squeeze and raise. Now I know from Jessica that that's actually pushing her quite hard. So this time she's going to go down and stay down, aren't you? Okay, so take your breath in to prepare. As she breathes out, she rolls down. Don't rush this. If you run out of breath, please stop. Take a breath in and roll down again. Please don't push yourself. It's really important that you understand correct movement is far more important than how many you do. And as you breathe out, Jessica, walk that out and then assume the all fours position for me. Okay, drop back, open the knees and just go into a child's pose. Give yourself a breather. So everybody needs a breather, so just have a rest before we go into threading the needle. So you should be quite familiar with this by now. So you've probably done it 4 or 5 times, hopefully not once. Because once isn't enough to have got that going. So when I was doing classes, I'm still letting you breathe. When I was doing classes, we would do classes where we built up a little bit each time. So don't assume that just doing it once and then moving on to your next class, it's going to make you strong, because it's not. Take a breath in, then come into the all fours position. Blow, squeeze and lengthen. Lovely. In the all fours position. Yep, good. So she's softened through here. Don't lose the abdominal, so it should be nice and lifted. The rib cage should be pulled in. And then she's going to go for it. So she's going to start with her right arm, brushing along the left forearm. So take a breath in as she breathes out. She slides the arm. She keeps her eyes on the hand the whole time and gets that nice rotation. She breathes in to come back to neutral. And then as she breathes out, she stretches up, reaching, and then breathes in and lowers. She can switch arms here, and she takes the other one. Blows as it sweeps round, watching the hand, keeping the hand up, so you've got to twist your body, and then breathe, and then rotate up to the other side. That's lovely. And then back to, so imagine, visualization. She's keeping going. A visualization of wringing out the lungs, really getting rid of all that air that gets stuck in our lungs and we don't exhale it far enough. So really using the exhalation. Breathe in and then blow, squeeze, all the air, throw it out, every little bit. Breathe slowly in and then breathe out and lengthen the other direction. And then just gently, that's enough. Hand to the floor and release. You want to go back into the child's pose, and again, just take the pressure off your wrists, roll your wrists around, rub your hands together if you want to, anything. We're just having a little stretch through the body. Okay, we're now coming into our first look at Superman. Superman, lots of people did Superman about 8 years ago. They were like, oh, this is an amazing exercise. And I think now it's taken the mickey out of, really. Nobody balances in Superman. So I'm going to show you exactly how Superman's to be done. So come up into all fours for me, Jess. Superman was created by people like myself, back specialists, who want to help make people strong. So we used poles, and here are the poles. So we need to lower her down, so the pole is on horizontal. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hold that. Bring the rib cage in a little bit. So I'm going to keep the pole on her as she does her arm lift. So she takes a breath in, and as she breathes out, like the toy soldier, lower down with his arm. No, not the arm. Keep that square. So it's hard. Bring it in, breathe in. It's hard, isn't it, Jess? And then the other arm. Blow, squeeze. And bring it back. So again, her shoulders need a lot of work. She's got a little bit of winging scap that I can see is a little bit of weakness. We've got exercises we can do for that. You see this? If you've got that, we've got special exercises for that. Go one more on each. She's come up too high. Now hold that position as you bring the arm back. Good. And then switch. Last one. And back in. Oh my goodness. And just sit back and have a rest. So that's just the arms of Superman. So Superman, like toy soldier, like swimming, we end up doing it. I'm going to drop my pole, sorry. We end up doing it cross the body. So the body has to hold that strength in the core while we move other parts. So we're going to go into the legs. So she's going to come back up into the all fours position. You may not have somebody there with a stick. I'm just being mean because obviously I'm trying to teach you what this should look like. So rib cage to the stick. Beautiful. Down a little bit lower with arms. Okay, so we're almost horizontal. Down a little bit more. They can see the lines on the cabin. No, you're too low. That's where I'm getting confused. Aha, beautiful. Okay, so hold that position, Jessica. Take the breath. Hold the core. Lengthen a leg. Now, you might not be able to get a whole lengthened leg. That's fine. And bring it in. Breathe in. Oh, there's a lot of movement. Try not to move anything. Go again. Blow, squeeze. Lift through the core. She's lifting here now. Don't lift here. I know you're tired. And breathe in. And blow, squeeze. Really holding her center. So again, the other thing that mustn't be doing is too much rotation in this direction. And as she goes, blow, squeeze. She's losing the tummy a little bit, so stronger. And breathe. We'll just do one more. Blow, squeeze. Shoulders are all going. If I put the stick back to here now, you can see how big the dip's got. So I want you to be, bring it in. I want you to be very aware of what can happen when we're tired. Head and then release. Beautiful. Back into the child's pose, please. Superman, fantastic exercise, done properly. Okay, so she's learning. She's just like you. She's a beginner. And these exercises are pretty tough. So please, please, please work through them 4 or 5 times before you look at your next class. Okay, well done, Jessica. That was super. So if you'd like to slide forward into a really nice long stretch, just stretch your body out now. And we have, going to roll over actually. So slowly, if you all roll over for me. We're going to go back to the very beginning of breathing. So Jessica, can you show us and work with us in a nice breathing position? So let's find your center and your neutral. You're not going to come out of neutral. You're going to take a belly breath in and breathe out. Squeezing, 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 engaging the core. And then breathe in. This is the belly breath. And then breathe out. Okay, this time, hold the core. Breathe into the lateral aspects of your lungs. And blow. Really tighten. The rib cage should come in. Oh, yes, good. Use the hands. Breathe, lateral breathing. And blow, squeeze. Marvellous. Okay, so from there, breathe in. We go back to imprinting. Imprinting meaning curl the pelvis or pelvic tilt. I'm going to have a feel. Make sure there's no cheating going on. That's very good. Breathe in, back to neutral. Blow, squeeze. All off the tummy and not off your bottom. So again, do another check. Breathe in. Okay, so the next exercise we've already started, and you can relax just while we do this. So this is a pelvic clock. Remember, 12 o'clock to the diaphragm, 6 o'clock to the pubic bone, and then we have 3 and 9 o'clock. This is where I talk about visualization also. Imagine we've put a marble in your belly button. You want to move the marble towards number 12 and then roll round clockwise. Are you ready? Take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, squeeze the abdominals and bring the marble. You can move your hands so they can see what you're up to. Marble's now at 12. We're coming round to 3. Not using the rest of her body. Knees are staying as much as they can. Round to 6. Then off we go to 9. She's having to use all the control she can muster. And then she goes back to neutral. She relaxes. She breathes in. As she breathes out, she comes back up to 12 and takes it anti-clockwise. So the marble is now going the other way round. Nice and slowly. Once you get the hang of that, then you can do them more fluidly. So we're going to ask Jessica to do that for us now as she rotates around her basin, her pelvic base and her core. That's quite nice, isn't it? It's a lot of control, but it's quite nice. Make sure that your shoulders haven't come up around your ears and that you're still looking at all your posture. Weight is neutrally put in your feet, your hips, your knees are hip width apart. And then relax that for me. Another new exercise. This is class number 5. You're going to expect me to push you, which is why I said you need to be strong. Okay, so we're just doing the start of shoulder bridge. And sometimes shoulder bridge is the best exercise. I like shoulder bridge. So with shoulder bridge, we're not using the arms, we're using the core and we're coming up one vertebra at a time. So again, the stick comes in handy because when we finish shoulder bridge at the top, we should have a straight line from the knee through to the shoulder. So we go slowly, like we do on the roll downs, but this is a roll up of your bottom. Okay, so take a breath in. Did you do that? As you breathe out into the pelvic tilt, and then keep coming up, nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Keep the weight evenly distributed in your feet. That's lovely. So she's come up all that way, and then I'm going to have to do it from this side. And there's a pretty good straight line going down through. Breathe in, darling. You can hold this. And blow. Squeezing the abdominal. She's going to do one more breath to come down. Breathe in. Come down. Slowly. One vertebrae at a time. So she's feeding the body slowly, slowly down. One vertebrae touching the floor before her bottom. Her bottom is the last thing to touch the floor. And then gently releases into your neutral position, which she struggles a little bit with. Beautiful. That's it. Keeping the shoulders, it's very easy with the shoulders to travel in this one. Keep the shoulders really away from your ears. Don't use any pressure on the arms. Here we go again. Take a breath. As you breathe out into the shoulder, into imprinted position and then into a pelvic tilt and then all the way up. One little vertebrae lifting at a time. As if I'd got a load of pegs on a string and I'm just lifting the string up one end and you see the pegs lift. Take a breath in, hold it there, squeeze the core. And then come back down slowly. Breathe. Blow. Holding, 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 holding. Good. Don't let those shoulders come near your ears. Yes. And then slowly land with your bottom on the floor. So it has to be that controlled. There's a step forward from that, but I don't think I'm going to do it to you today. Okay, so again, just making sure feet are hip width apart. We'll just do one more shoulder bridge. Take a breath in. As you breathe out into the imprinted position, into the pelvic curl or pelvic tilt, then slowly one vertebrae lifts at a time. We get into that fully extended position. So she lifts up as high as she can go. This turns into some wonderful exercises later. So the core of it, you can keep breathing. The core of it is so important that you get the base right, and then we'll build on it from there. Take a breath in, and then breathe out, come down one vertebrae at a time. So you should be feeling this through the back, through your buttocks, through your hamstrings. If you're getting cramp, you're probably putting too much weight on the heel. So try and push the weight onto the toes of your feet. Hug your feet in. That's it. Have a nice relax there. Well done. So that's the very intro to shoulder bridge. There are so many exercises we do with shoulder bridge, with legs, arms, bottoms. I mean, you just cannot believe. Okay. So, and then we're going to go back into the roll up that we did the other day. So, yeah, so here we go. So, remembering the roll up, we start with the feet and knees at 90 degrees, and the feet are, what's that called? Hip width apart. Lovely. We're going to start with the arms nice and lengthened, so a bit like toy shoulder again. We try to use every muscle we've got. Going to take a nice breath in. She doesn't like to prepare. And as we breathe out, she's going to roll down, roll up, reaching forward to the legs. She's going to just push her hands into the legs and lift her toes. Drive your heels away. Drive your heels away. Good. Now she's going to lift the arms, the shoulder height, and reach forward and lengthen. So it's all stretching. She's going to take a wide breath in through the lateral rib cage, and as she comes back down, the same thing. Get to a point where you feel you want to bend the knees. Slowly, don't grab them, just place the hands and put a bit of pressure. Shoulders back and down. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Arms over your head this time. Wonderful. Breathe. Blow. This changes as well. This is still just beginner. Head lift brings her round. When she feels she needs them, she just presses her hands into the legs and drives the legs away. Wow, that was a bit too much, quick. Should have been slower. Don't take any notice of that. Take a breath. As you breathe out, squeeze. So everything should be fluid and flow together. So here she should be preparing already. Brushing her thighs with her hands as she slides back down, squeezing the abdominals, doing really well, by the way. And then breathe in. She wants to go to sleep. It's not allowed. Keeping the knees apart. Here she goes again. She's going to breathe in to raise the arms. It'll come. She's going to breathe out, touch the thighs, roll round, one vertebra at a time. She lowers the thighs, lifting the feet slowly, Jess. It's not going to end any quicker. Precision is everything. Quality is everything. Breathe in, breathe out, slowly back down. Bending, yes, putting the hands to the sides of her thighs. Keep squeezing the core, one vertebra at a time. Don't put your chin on your chest completely. Don't lose it. Oh my goodness. Rest. She has nothing left. If you want to do a few more pauses right now, that's fine by me. I'll be proud. Okay, you're doing great, Jess. It's this hard work, isn't it? Would you like to hug your knees? Yes. Do you remember last video we showed a little bit of rolling? Yep. Tuck your head into your knees. That's it. You have to hold that tension and just roll a little bit, because we will get to rolling like a ball. Rolling can be so nice, but rolling like a ball, it's just a massage the spine. It's actually a really nice exercise. It's coming, but it's not here yet. Oh. Well done, Jessica. So you've done your little relaxation. Now we're going to come up again, but we're going to have a little walk on our bottom. Give you a little bit of freedom through the hips and pelvis. So she's going to take a breath in. As she breathes out, she's going to lengthen the arms. And then when she needs them, she's going to lengthen the legs. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then she's going to sit tall, because we're going to walk on the bottom. Okay, so Jessica's not a fan of this. Or she just tries to get out of it, I think. So we're going to walk backwards and forwards as a little bit of punishment. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so your arms are going to sit like this. Your legs don't bend, Jess. Mm-hmm. You're literally walking on your hips. So take a breath in and walk four steps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up as high as you can. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's tough, isn't it? Now she's going to walk 4 forward and stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now she's going to roll back from this beautiful position. So keeping the arms. If you want your knees, she's not getting them this time, but you can bring your knees into this. So bend your knees and off we go. Blow, squeeze and roll. Don't bring your knees up. You've got to be a big girl. Squeezing, rolling. This is what you're aiming for. Squeezing, 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 and lengthen. Oh, breathe in. As you breathe out, stretch everything. Really stretch and lengthen. That's beautiful. Okay, so next one is your toy soldier. Now, we've been doing this for a little while, so you should be brilliant at this, only we're not going to do the breathing. Oh, stop, have a breath. We're going to go for full toy soldiers. So, we're doing 8. So we're going to do 4, have a breather, and do 4. Are you ready? So we're going to raise. Yes, beautiful. Now, toy soldier, Jess, is very strong. Yes, it can touch if it can. Your toy soldier might not get past here. Please don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. It's all about how much freedom you have within the joints. You don't have to copy it. Okay, Jessica, do you want to breathe in to prepare? So we're going to go for 6 beats now. So she's breathed out. Breathe in to prepare and go. 1, 2, slow, 3, control, 4, 5, 6, get a breather. Oh, well done. Okay, so nice and controlled, no floppiness, really good. So she's going to breathe in again, imprinting the spine, squeezing tight. 1, 2, 3, better. 4, 5, 6. Hope you're following this at home. We're going to do one more and really push her through. Okay, are you ready? Blow, squeeze. Really control through your center, through your core. Everything good. She was in a rush, now she's calmed down and it's really beautiful. We have 2 more like that. And last one, and release. So now you can hug your knees into your chest. Well done, and well done you too. So toy soldier, we probably won't be seeing that again. I don't know, I can't remember if I'm going to put it into the next one. The last one of this series. Okay, so let's go to the 100. The 100 we're going to progress a little bit more now. So, looking forward to the 100, Jessica? Of course. Of course. Okay, so we're going to start with the feet flat on the floor and the knees at 90 degrees. So just a little further away with the feet, or move that way, I don't mind which way. Okay, I'll get out of your way because your arms are going to have to work really hard. So as always, we're going to build the 100 up, starting with the arms and the breathing. We're going to add a little bit to the legs. If you don't feel like it, just stay at tabletop. If you're tired, take your legs down to this position again. Please do not push past where you want to be. It'll come. The stronger you get every day when you're working at this, you will get stronger. Okay, are you ready? So let's prepare, holding the arms. So nice and strong, shoulders away from your ears. Take a breath in to prepare. As she breathes out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a good rhythm. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Keep that going, Jessica. That's lovely. Now we're going for the head lift. So we keep it going. The body's got to be really solid here. No moving, no bouncing. There's a nice gap underneath her chin. She's holding that beautifully. And she's pulled in as far as she can, squeezing the abdominals. She's now going to lift one knee to tabletop, squeezing harder. Just down the tabletop, beautiful. The knee is over the hips, the second leg comes up. She's into tabletop and she's squeezing, she's smiling, this is good. She's still pumping, bigger arms now, that's lovely. If you're tired, you can take the head back, but Jessica's strong today, I feel it. Okay, so we're going to do a straight leg. So we're going to take one leg. You can start up here if you want to, or you can level it with your foot. So this is a bit like a single leg stretch. That comes in the next one. Breathe in. Oh no, don't breathe in. Just keep breathing. And then take the second leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In it comes. Out it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's tiring now. She's going to bring that one in. She's going to lower the head. Keep beating the arms. Really push the arms. That's lovely. Slowly lower one leg. Oh, keep going. Lower the other. She's almost there. And release and hug your arms. Well done. So the 100, nice and challenging. Again, there's still plenty to do with the 100, but we're getting there slowly. Wonderful. We're going to go now into the single leg circle. So you remember this from our last session. Okay, single leg circles. We're going to use one hand as a monitor, and we're going to use the other hand on the hip bone to make sure that nothing's moving. Happy with that? Okay, so we're going to bring our left leg up into the position, and then lovely. Put a monitor up on this leg, squeezing the abdominals. You're using the imprinted position for this. Oh,
tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make it easier. We're going to stretch it first, aren't we? Okay, so if you'd like to bring it in, that's in a nice bent leg stretch. She's going to then lengthen that leg out. You can keep yours bent if you have any sort of pelvic or back problems, and then lengthen the leg up, 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 up. She reaches up with her body, reaches the calf, and just has a little stretch there. Push your legs into it, but more straight. Oh, she's feeling that stretch, aren't you, Jess? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're stretching it out so it's a little bit easier for her to work with. And then gently release. Bend that leg up again into just 90 degrees. That's lovely. And then your bent leg position. Okay, and monitor. So we're going to make sure that the alignment stays correct with the leg as she does that. So she's going to do 3 circles each way. You didn't do a straight leg yesterday, did you? Might have done. I think she did actually. She's not going to tell me, is she? Okay, so we'll do 3 circles each way, and then we'll do a straight leg so you can see what it's like to progress this. Okay, so we take a breath in to prepare. As we breathe out, the leg sweeps round and back in, hold in there. Don't forget here, have a nice glass of red wine over that lovely white carpet. So again, sweep round as you blow out. Okay, no movement from the hip, go again. Keep going, Jess. And then you're going to change your direction and blow, squeeze. And then again, blow, squeeze. That's too easy for her, I feel. Pull that in and round one more time. So the hardest thing about this exercise is holding there. You can then lengthen up the leg. Let's have a look at this. So the whole point of stretching the leg was that we could put it into a lengthened position. So again, it's just a monitor. So using the hand on the thigh to trace the circle. Sorry, she's having to hold it so hard. Okay, take a breath in to prepare, and off you go. 1 circle, all the way up, hold, other way, squeeze. We'll do that again. 1 way, oh, she's shaking, and the other way. And then release, hug that leg into your body. Beautiful. Okay, so we have the bent leg. If that suits you, that's fine. Please don't push past your level, or a nice straight leg, nice and strong as it goes round. Right, so switch that leg over. Let's hug that one in. Oops. Let's put the glass of wine over here. It's closer to me now. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so it's important that when we are working, we do keep the opposite side absolutely steady, which is proving that your core is doing its job. Okay, Jessica, are you ready? So lengthen that leg up, reach to the back of your calf. Oh yeah, lengthen your leg, darling. You want it long, 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 long. Reach up. Oh, that, yes. So again, this is another exercise in itself. We'll come to the single leg pulled, but not yet. Okay, so she's just stretching off hamstrings and glutes to be able to do that circle. Beautiful. Okay, release, bend the leg to 90 degrees. I'll put the glass of wine back on. This mustn't move now. Okay, this is a tabletop position, and that's your monitor. That's your guide, this is your monitor. Shoulders away from the ears, very easy to forget that. And then she's going to take a breath in to prepare. As she breathes out, she's squeezing the abdominals. Good, so it's a nice sweep round and round. Squeezing, beautiful. 1 more that way, and squeezing. So a nice circle if you can get it. Go the other way for me, all the way round and back. All the way round, that's really good. Keep squeezing, don't let the body tilt. Really, oh, there it is. Beautiful. Now, lengthen the leg. We're going to take that a step further. Lower the hand onto the thigh so it's easier for you to reach. And we're going to do opposites. So 1 way round, she breathes in to prepare, and off she goes. Oh, 1, other way. 2, we've got 1 more each. Round. Oh, you're really straightening longer, leaner, lovelier legs. This is what we're after. And hang, hug your leg. When you hug your leg, you can relax the glass of, oh, I just got the glass of wine, I think I'll have that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, from there, we're going to relax and stretch out. So lower the leg and stretch your whole body. As if you've just woken up in the morning. Oh, nice big stretch through the body. Wonderful. Okay, so we need to turn over to finish this little back routine. So slowly rolling onto your front and then lengthening the body, making sure that you've got space front and back so you don't compromise how your posture is and what your position is.
You may want the cushion underneath your ankles. I don't say it every time. I just assume, it's very naughty, never assume, that somebody would always have that cushion there for themselves. So if you do need the cushion, that's a good time to have it. Okay, and then have you just woken up?
No, sorry. Can I have this?
What would you like? The towel? Oh, okay, so having the towel handy, always good. So this is going to be for what, Jessica? You don't need the towel?
On my forehead?
Not yet? No. So we're not doing the abdominal breathing. You know how to do that now. So she knows she's got to switch it on. She's going straight for what we'd call the dart, the torpedo, or a dorsal raise. These beautiful muscles, so we're looking at our trapezius muscles, which is the diamond shape that helps with the neck, the shoulders, and the sort of mid-back. Take a breath in. Where's her arms? Hang on, stop there. Arms, palms down, wide and open. Here we go. Take a breath in. As she breathes out, she squeezes the abdominal. She pulls the shoulder blades right back. She lengthens through the head. She doesn't shorten the neck. And she's reaching. And then she breathes in to release. And then again, blow, squeeze the abdominals. Lift the shoulders together. Yes, beautiful. She's going to be so strong. Breathe in. Again, blow, squeeze. We have 6 of these. Oh, good effort. Breathe in. We have 3 left. Blow, squeeze. Squeeze them tighter. Yes, you can do more than you ever thought. Breathe in. She only has 2 left. She's flying through this. Blow, squeeze. Shoulders, lengthen. Where's the head? Oh, there it is. And breathe. She's got 1 left. I'm going to check on her core. You check on your core. Lift, squeeze, and oh, her core's good. Breathe in and release, Jessica. Well done. Bring your arms around the front. Give yourself a little bit of support. Okay, so we've been doing the swimming and we've been building it up slowly in each session. Now we're going to do the complete swimming, however, slowly. We're not doing a rushed swim because we're still not quite ready with our coordination. So arms go forward, legs are already out the back. You're not going to have that. You're going to float your own head. Oh, not yet. We prepare, always prepare. So she doesn't even know how we're going to do this, so I'm going to tell her. She's laughing, she's going, yes, the end of the session is coming. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift the core off the floor. Beautiful. Then we lift the opposite arm and shoulder. Squeezing, keeping the core off the floor. So it doesn't matter if they're low. Hold them, hold them. This must stay up. Breathe in and release. Blow, squeeze, lift the core first, then the arm and leg. I think she's flat and straight out here. It's too much. Breathe in and lower. Take the core first, Jess. Blow, squeeze, lift. Why are we doing this? You keep going for me. We're doing this because if we do it enough times correctly, when we start doing it under pressure and we're going fast, we'll remember why we're doing it, which is the center. It's not about these. These are beautiful, long, lengthened legs and arms. But we're doing it because of the core. And when you talk about the core, we're talking about all the back muscles, the stomach muscles. It doesn't matter what you've got on the outside, as long as the inside is strong. We'll give her 1 more. Blow, squeeze. Lost it a bit here. Come on, you're holding. Oh, she's trying really hard, actually. And gently release. You can have this now. Would you like a little rest on your forehead? So that's it. You've done it. That's amazing. Because Jessica has worked so hard for me, I don't know if you have anyone there who can help you, but I'm actually going to stretch her and show you how. But at the same time, I will tell you how to do yourself if you haven't got anybody. So the first thing I'm going to stretch with Jessica in this position is the quads, the front of the thigh. So you can do this by putting a towel over there and reaching the towel to here. So I'm just going to do this, creating a little bit of pressure. Can you feel that, Jessica?
Not yet.
Okay. So we're just, I don't want to put too much pressure on. So always ask the person. Yeah, you feel that? So, and then we work with the breathing. So if you've got a towel around your foot right now, you work with the breathing. So breathe in, release a bit of pressure. Blow, squeeze, and you just increase the pressure a little bit on your out breath. It's not big. Big breath in, and blow, squeeze. 30-second holds. The reason we use 30 seconds, breathe in, I don't know if I said it in the last one, is because it lengthens the tissues, all those muscles, the myofibrils that have worked so hard during your lesson. I'm going to release. Yes, so they can then all re-lengthen, which is of course what we want in Pilates anyway. But in anything, take a breath in. Sure, she's breathed out. That's okay. So relax the foot. Nothing should be under tension because I am creating the tension. Can you feel that stretch? Good. And then I'll go with her breathing. And breathes out, and I increase the pressure a little bit. It's so nice to be stretched. I hope you have got someone to stretch you. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm not very good at following her breath. I'm talking to you. Breathe in. And last one. Wonderful. That's lovely. Okay, so what I'd like her to do and you to do is to turn over onto your back, please, with your legs, knees at 90 degrees. So feet flat on the floor. Now, if this is you on your own, please take a towel and do the hamstring stretch that Jessica was doing. Instead, I'm going to be her towel, so she can relax. So what I'd like you to do is lengthen the other leg and leave no tension in this at all. So just nice and relaxed. Tell me when you feel the stretch already. And I'm keeping the knee straight, as should you be. You feel that stretch? And then she's just going to stay relaxed. And I'm going to feel when it's okay for me to increase that tension. She's not dead, but she might be asleep. So if you have somebody doing this, just get them to push a little bit of weight into the hip and then go a little bit further. Is that okay for you? We're looking for these to be feet directly over the hips. So we've got a little way to go. Won't happen in one day. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. I'm going to take that a little bit further. Is that okay for you? Okay, so I think that's about enough for Jessica. She's got to keep her knee straight. And then I'm going to, you don't help me, I'm going to increase the stretch into the calf now. I'm watching her face to make sure she's not crying or frowning or complaining. So this is the pressure. And then I'm just going to ask her to breathe through it. That's lovely. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I release. And then I'm going to bend the knee. Remember this when you've got the towel? And you just increase that stretch in this position. Can you feel that stretch? Okay, if you are somebody holding their leg and you're helping it, please watch your own back. Please think of your own safety. Take it a little bit further if you can. Is that okay, Jessica? Just starting to feel a shake come in here. Short hamstrings we're on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Well done. That's great. We're going to take the other leg now. She can pick it up for me. That's lovely. Once I've got it, she can then drop the other leg. That's super. And then I don't want to push the toes down at this point. I just want to support the leg, keeping the, knee straight. I can put a bit of pressure in there. Oh, you're a little bit more flexible in this one, aren't you? It's a floppy leg. Is this the one you had trouble with riding? So it's a rider as well, both of us. And yeah, she used to have one leg that she just couldn't control. Funny enough, this is the one when she's cycling. Take a breath in and breathe out. When she's cycling, her knee drops in. And I'm trying to strengthen her. So Pilates would be awesome for her to get nice and strong through this side of her body. And then we're going to add in the calf stretch now. So we'll just check in with you and then tell me when. That's it?
Yeah.
Nice breath in. Breathe out. Oh, okay, it's quite fun really. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to take the tension off, bend her knee and take her for the short hamstring. Yeah, tell me when. Yeah. Okay. If you don't like being in these positions, this is another great way to be, holding your position, your posture, also placing a little bit of pressure on the other leg for them. Is that okay for you? And then we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release that. Wonderful. So now we're going to ask you to roll on your side. Roll on your side. And then onto your front, into your all fours position. Pop your toes underneath you. Bring your hands to your knees and just come into the squat position. All right there. So this is for your calves, but not the straight leg part. The soleus is another muscle, doesn't cross the back of the knee, hence the fact you can stretch it. It's still in the Achilles tendon. All right, and then we're going to come up all the way. So take a breath in, breathe out, drop your head down, put your bum in the air. Oh, that's lovely. Squeeze the abdominals and then really slowly restack the spine, squeezing the tummy as tight as you can. Into the upright position. Roll your shoulders around, and then I'm going to do her chest stretch. So if you like to face away from me, Jessica, pop your hands on your bottom. So if you're on your own, that's the one we've been doing, opening up. But I'm going to come and give her a little bit of a help. So I'm just going to place my forearms around her elbows, and then can you relax your shoulders and ask her, tell me when there's enough stretch. Is that enough? Take a breath in and blow. Take a breath in and release. We've got one more like that. And gently release and just let go. That's lovely. Well done. Okay, so I hope that has helped you today. You thoroughly enjoyed yourself, and every day you are getting stronger and stronger, leaner and leaner, longer and longer. What do you think? Do you think they're doing a good job?
I hope so.
I hope so. She's doing a good job. Anyway, we will see you in number 6, which is the next episode. Please don't do number 6 until you're familiar and strong with all the lessons in number 5. If you struggle with some of the lessons, go back to 4, go back to 3. There is no shame. What the shame is people leaping ahead and then getting to the advanced exercises and finding that actually they haven't got the right sort of things held and strength. So yes, do this slowly. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.